Are you ready to discover what happens when a hippo gets drunk? These massive mammals have a reputation for being some of the world's most dangerous animals, but sometimes, well, they just get a bit silly. Now you'll get to find out exactly what that means. This is a hippopotamus. That's why we're featuring him on the screen right now. This is a hippo yawning. Yes, he just yawned. You may think this would take quite a lot of energy, but this guy looks like he does it all day. Hippos yawn a lot. They do it up to 25 times an hour. That's more than 3 times every waking minute. So if you want to keep up with your new hippo friend, it might be better to conserve your energy. But wait, there's more. Hippos are one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. And as you can see, our friend just got a bit angry. That's not the full story either. Sometimes hippos get drunk. Today we'll explain how that's possible and what it looks like. It could be a very surprising combination. A crazy hippo. Could it get any better? Well, let's find out. It's a beautiful day at the watering hole. A mama hippo is busy giving her babies a drink. The little ones are growing fast and need plenty of water. As soon as she's done, she joins the other adult hippos in the water. They splash around in the mud while enjoying the afternoon sun. Everyone seems happy except this young male. He's just not feeling himself today. As everyone else enjoys the heat, he walks away from the group. He doesn't want to wallow in the mud. The young hippo decides to take a walk instead. But where's he going? There must be something interesting ahead. Maybe there's some grass to munch on or a nice patch of mud. He stops by a fig tree and notices its branches are laden with fruit. The figs look sweet and juicy. Perhaps a snack after all. The hungry hippo reaches up to grab one, but it falls into his open mouth before he can catch it. The taste is fantastic. The young hippo munches down the fruit. He grabs another fig and eats it too. Each time he takes a bite, the hippo swallows the seeds along with the sweet pulp. He'll spit them out later. For now, he continues munching and enjoying the flavor. After a few minutes, the young hippo decides to move on. He grabs a few more figs for later and returns to the river. When he's done, the hippo spits out the seeds he swallowed. Some of them had already sprouted tiny green shoots. It won't be long before they grow into new fig plants. Our thirsty friend drinks some water from the river and feels much better. However, there's one thing he hasn't noticed yet. Each fig he ate contained a small amount of alcohol. As they sat on the tree, they started to ferment. Fermentation happens when yeast consumes the sugar in the fruit. It converts the sugar into alcohol and releases carbon dioxide gas as a byproduct. The alcohol stays in the figs until a hungry animal eats them. When a hippo munches on fermented figs, he accidentally drinks some alcohol. When that happens, interesting things begin to occur. Did our friend consume enough alcohol? Let's find out. A few minutes pass since the hippo finished eating the fermented figs. Suddenly, he feels something strange happening. It's almost like a mosquito bite, but not exactly. The alcohol is beginning to make him feel a bit tipsy. It's similar to the feeling humans get after drinking a couple of beers. It might be hard to imagine, but hippos can drink over 20 liters of fermented fruit juice in one sitting. That's about 5 gallons. They aren't getting drunk on purpose, but the results can be quite entertaining. But how do we know hippos get drunk? Researchers haven't set up hidden cameras at hippo parties. Instead, scientists observed hippos who ate fermented fruit in the wild. They found that the hippos seemed very different after eating fermented figs. In fact, they displayed symptoms similar to people who drank alcohol. How could they tell? Because hippos don't drink alcohol often. It was easy to tell when they tried it for the first time. Adult hippos only rarely eat fermented fruit. That's because they prefer fresh fruit without alcohol. However, if they don't have fresh fruit, some may eat fermented fruit instead. Young hippos are more likely to eat fermented fruit because they don't know any better. In both cases, the hippos experience the euphoric and relaxing feeling that comes with drinking alcohol. As you can see, it's not always easy being a scientist. Sure, researchers have to crawl through tall grasses and walk through thorny bushes. There isn't much excitement. Fortunately, they get to observe incredible animals doing hilarious things. In this case, a drunken hippo. Scientists believe that, just like elephants or monkeys, hippos may also feel a mild buzz after eating too much fermented fruit. Some even seem more playful, relaxed, or clumsy. The fruit is only fermented when the temperatures rise. This usually happens during the warm season. It makes sense that hippos are more likely to get drunk during warmer months, too. Scientists observed that adult hippos occasionally ate fermented fruit during the warm season. In contrast, they never saw adults eating fermented fruit during cooler months. The reason seems obvious. No one wants to be sick after drinking alcohol, especially if they don't know it's in their food. Our young male is showing signs that he consumed some alcohol. He seems playful and more relaxed than usual. His behavior is totally different from the other hippos. Is he enjoying his fermented fig snack? We can't ask him, but we can make an educated guess. For now, the young hippo plays around in the water. It seems like he's having fun. Drunk hippos tend to be more relaxed and friendly. It's not unusual for drunken hippos to spend more time playing or socializing. There are several videos of drunk hippos online. They were recorded in national parks. In one video, two male hippos attempt to mount another hippo. The mounting attempts fail though, and the hippos end up making funny noises. In another video, a group of male hippos try to push a female into the water. They don't succeed, but their efforts are quite amusing to watch. Sometimes drunk hippos don't want to play, they just want to relax. After a few hours, our young male is lying on his side. He seems completely relaxed and happy. Drunk hippos often fall asleep faster and more easily. Our friend is no exception. So far, scientists haven't studied the exact effects of alcohol on hippos. However, they know it doesn't take much fermented fruit to make a hippo slightly intoxicated. Of course, the effects depend on the animal's size. Since adult hippos are much larger than young hippos, they require more alcohol to get drunk. In some cases, researchers observed that a young hippo got drunk after eating only 20 fermented figs. An adult hippo needs about 60 to 80 fermented figs to feel the same way. Now it's time for our friend to wake up. He slept for a few hours and feels much better. The alcohol is wearing off and his hangover is gone. The hippo swims to the nearest fig tree and begins eating some fresh fruit. Figs are high in calories, which is perfect for an active animal like a hippo. They contain many nutrients, including potassium, calcium, and vitamin B. Alcohol doesn't make figs less nutritious. It only makes them more fun to eat. At least that's the case for hippos. Other animals avoid fermented fruit. They know it's not good to eat alcohol. Hippos don't seem to mind. They enjoy the taste of fermented fruit and don't suffer any ill effects from drinking some alcohol. Sometimes it seems like hippos get drunk on purpose. They deliberately eat fermented fruit just to feel its effect. The idea of drunk hippos is so strange that you might think it's fake. It's not uncommon for people to joke about drunk hippos. However, it's actually possible to get footage of real drunk hippos. When they're drunk, hippos become much more docile. It's easier to approach and film them. That's how some filmmakers captured the staggering gait of drunken hippos. They walked up to the hippos and asked them to dance. Would you like to see a drunk hippo party? Let us know in the comments. It's been a busy day at the watering hole. Our young male spent some time drinking, playing, and sleeping. Now he's back to his old self. The alcohol wore off, and the hippo is ready to socialize. He greets the other hippos and asks for a drink. Soon, he's chatting with the other animals about the best figs to eat. The young hippo doesn't remember drinking fermented fruit earlier. The other hippos don't ask questions. They know that alcohol is a part of life. And that concludes today's episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Naturel Network for more amazing wildlife stories. We have many more stories about hilarious animals to come. See you next time.